Hey food fans, welcome back to another episode of Then We Eat. On today's episode, we'll be making scalloped potatoes in the Instant Pot. We're going to start with 3 pounds of sliced potatoes, cut about 1/4 inch thick. I've already cut these using my mandolin, so they're all cut about 1/4 inch. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our 3 pounds of potatoes straight to the Instant Pot. To that, we're going to add a cup of broth. This is chicken broth. If you didn't want to use chicken broth, you could use vegetable broth, or you could just use water. Your potatoes just aren't going to taste the same. And then we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, pepper, oregano, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a stir. We're going to put the lid on our Instant Pot and we're going to put it on manual cook for 1 minute. Make sure you have the valve set to sealing. Okay, so we've been 1 minute on high and we've let it sit for 3 minutes on seal. So it's time to release the rest of the valve. So we're going to very carefully make sure that we release the rest of the pressure in here. Make sure you don't burn yourself. Okay, let's see if that's enough air released. And there's what our potatoes look like. You can see that they're nice and tender, cooked through. Now we're going to take the potatoes and we're going to put them in our baking dish. I'm making these potatoes for dinner for tomorrow. So I'm going to put them in a small little baking dish, but I'm also going to cook off this little dish for today to show you what they look like, rather than cooking tomorrow's dinner today. Okay, so we've taken our potatoes out. Now to our Instant Pot, we want to add 4 cloves of garlic. I find that 4 cloves is a little too much, so I'm only going to add 3. Okay, my garlic has been cooking for about 30 seconds. It's starting to smell really good. To this, we're going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. And we're just going to saute this until it just simmers a little bit. That looks pretty good. We're going to turn off the Instant Pot now. Now we're going to add 2 cups of shredded cheese. I'm using mozzarella. You can use yellow cheddar cheese or orange cheddar cheese, whatever you like. Put it in small little amounts because you want the cheese to actually melt in here and not be a big huge glob. So I'm just going to add a little bit. We'll give that a stir and we'll just keep adding the cheese until all the cheese is melted in here. Now I'm just going to pour the sauce over top of our potatoes. And there you have it, your Instant Pot scalloped potatoes. Now you can add a little bit more cheese on top of this if you'd like. Then you're going to bake them in a 375-degree oven for 15 minutes. Now as I said earlier, these are for dinner for tomorrow, so I'm going to wait and I'm going to make these tomorrow. This little guy I'm going to bake off today, so I'll put a little bit more cheese on there, pop them in the oven for 15 minutes at 375, and we'll be back when they're cooked. Hey, and welcome back. Our potatoes have been cooking for 15 minutes and then I broiled them for about 1.5 minutes just to get the cheese nice and brown. I did leave them sitting on the cutting board for a few minutes to cool. I wasn't about to try them as soon as they came out of the oven. So, they've cooled a few minutes. Let's give them a try. Oh my goodness, they are amazing. That chicken broth cooking the potatoes just gets right through them and you can really taste the chicken broth. And the cheese is just amazing. They're nice and creamy and cheesy and they're just fantastic. These are really the quickest, easiest scalloped potatoes you could possibly make. And the best part is you can make them in the Instant Pot up to the part where you have to put them in the oven. And then you can just cook them whenever you're ready to use them. Hit the like button if you like this video, share it with all your friends, subscribe to our channel, and comment down below. Did you like the video? Or what would you like to see us to cook next? And remember, first we cook, then we eat. So good.